And now a word from our sponsor, Betterhelp.
When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/worldrecord today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/worldrecord.
Hey everybody, this is the B-Man. Welcome to another edition of NPR's In the Mix. And that's it's a new show where we do improv and talk about news stories. With me today is A-Train, also known as Hellman or
Hi.
Spam. Actually, this is Roach with NPR.
I'm Spam.
And with me today is Spam.
This is Spam. You're listening to NPR News.
And today we're going to do some improv. Right off the bat, maybe we can call a place and get a suggestion. So how are you doing today, Spam?
I'm doing pretty good, Roach. It's a beautiful day in LA. The sun is shining.
And
Birds are chirping.
How may I help you?
Hey, how's it going? This is the Crazy Naval, it's called In the Mix. We're an NPR radio show. And we're doing an improv radio show where we do improv comedy, and we need a suggestion, person, place, or thing, to kick us off with our first improv routine. And with me is Spam.
Hey, Spam here. All we need is just a suggestion. It could be a word, a phrase, anything. So we can do a scene.
Hang up.
Maybe she didn't understand.
So, hang up. Okay. Oh, I know what we can do. This is a favorite bit of. This is one of our favorite routines that we do here on In the Mix, and we're going to call the QAnon headquarters today.
Wait, but I cuss a lot in this.
Oh, okay.
Wait till we'll do that one later.
Well, we could just
I could be
call
nice.
a different place.
I could be nice. Okay.
What place are we calling? Hang up. Let's call someone else, because that lady didn't give us, no offense,
She didn't give us jack squat.
She didn't give us jack squat.
I remember that skit. You're not going to amount to jack squat.
That you're not going to amount to jack squat.
And I asked my dad, what does that mean? Oh, it means nothing. Like, no, really, like, tell me, like, what does it mean?
Oh, so you did like a who's on first
But for
routine?
real, I was like, it's a bad word and it means something bad and he's not telling me what it is. Took me a while to figure that out.
What was the, Marley and I used to do a routine like that, where it was like,
the opposite of yes.
Yeah, Marley, can you tell me the opposite of yes? No. She didn't really get it at first.
No, but it was still fun. She probably would get it more now.
Yeah, we should start it up again, because she'll totally be into it.
Yeah, she's a ham, man. She likes to.
She's a cam?
She's a ham. Yeah, she's a cam.
I don't know what that is.
Toasted, how may I help you?
Hi there, this is Roach with the NPR radio show In the Mix with the Crazy Naval Improv Hour, and we're calling around. We do improv comedy, and we need a suggestion for our first improv skit. I'm here with Spam.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be a word, a phrase.
How's about a turkey who really loves the holiday of Thanksgiving, like just learned about it, loves the spirit of giving, and then discovers halfway through what another part of Thanksgiving is?
Okay.
I like that.
That's a good suggestion.
That's a great suggestion.
Thank you. Do you have anything you want to plug?
You want us to give a shout out or anything?
If anybody's in the Los Angeles, specifically Montrose area, Toasted Café, very good coffee, desserts, and sandwiches.
Okay, great.
That actually sounds really good.
Yeah, maybe we'll stop by.
Yeah.
So
Love
we
that
can put
area.
that on the air and let everybody hear that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Toasted Cafe.
Sounds good.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you
and
very
have a
much.
happy
Very well.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy
Happy
holidays.
Thanksgiving to you as well. Have a great one.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you. Bye.
Bye.
That's the kind of caller we need.
Happy, good. You know what? That place sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, it's a, breakfast place, probably. Okay, so...
I was thinking, you know what? We should, where the mathnasium was, we should put it like a cafe there.
Okay.
Like a breakfast place.
Let's do it. Let's get somebody to...
An investor.
We need a...
Nicholas Crown.
Angel investor.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's do our... I think...
Okay, the turkey.
Well, speaking of cafes... But we have to do our improv skit first.
It can be fast though. She basically gave us the whole idea, but it's a very cute idea, I think.
Okay, so I'm a farmer, I guess.
I'm a turkey,
and you're
but I'm a sentient
turkey.
Okay.
I'm an anthropomorphic
turkey,
so I can talk.
Okay. It's 5 a.m. Time for me to go. Oh, let me get some farm noises. And if our guest is on the line, they're just gonna have to wait. Can they hear us?
No, not while they're in the waiting room.
Oh, they're in the waiting room. Oh, that's
Not
great.
yet, not
I
yet,
love that.
Not yet. I just sent the link.
I love that. They're in the. Whoop. Can't he bleep it?
Yeah, I guess he can.
Let him bleep that then. Thanks, Matt.
Get away from. Sit up straight. Leave. Don't touch anything for 90 minutes.
I need a
Just
coffee.
sit still for 90 minutes. Can you accomplish that?
Okay, Mr. Fidget.
Well, chewing my tobacco. Bright sunny morning on this farm, and today this is a good time of year for me as I go into the turkey cages. Oh, good morning, turkeys. Good morning, turkeys. I'm the farmer, and thanks to you guys, Thanksgiving is the most profitable time of year for me.
Thank you, farmer. I love being a turkey.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Turkey.
I love Thanksgiving. I love all the holidays.
Really?
I love that everybody's family comes together and they get to eat yummy food and give their thanks for the year. And I'm so excited for this Thanksgiving.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're a team player, Mr. Turkey. This is going to be... Well, you're going to really help me out on Thanksgiving this year.
I would love to help you set the table. I make a mean mashed potato. Okay, I'm so looking forward to helping you this Thanksgiving and every Thanksgiving from here until the future.
Okay, well, let's just focus on this Thanksgiving.
What do you need from me? I can help you roast some yams. I could help you make
just
a
this
yummy,
year. Let's
yummy
just
pumpkin pie. Oh, and maybe next year I could help you make a
next year is
yummy
so far
mac
away.
and cheese casserole souffle.
No, let's not worry about next year. Let's just focus on this year's Thanksgiving.
You're right. I'll make a list of all the things I can do next year, but for right now, I'll help you do whatever.
No, don't
it
even
is
bother
you
making a
need.
list. That's fine.
I'm a bit of a planner, so no time like the present. Might as well get my list started.
You don't bother filling out those Mother's Day and Father's Day cards because remember when your parents went away last year for Thanksgiving?
Yes.
They're still on vacation.
Oh.
But they're
in Ibiza?
Are
they in Ibiza?
They went to Ibiza. It's pronounced Ibiza, actually.
Ibiza?
Ibiza.
Okay. So I'm going to fill up... That's a good idea. So I'm going to run to Target. I'm going to get Mother's Day, Father's Day cards.
No,
It's
you don't have
actually
to do that.
cheaper to do it that way. If you just buy all the cards, like, at one time.
No.
And then...
That's okay. So, if you could just... Here, put your head... Can you lay your head down here on
I
this
don't
stump here
think
real
so.
quick?
No, that's not something I want to do.
Why?
Because it doesn't look very comfortable.
Well, I need to measure your neck to wear a special tuxedo.
Wait, I know what that stuff
stump is
You're
for?
going to be the main you're going to be the main attraction on this year's, on my Thanksgiving celebration. So put your head down on the stump, just like so. And,
Wait a second, I think I know what you're doing.
what?
No, I don't want to be the turkey this year!
Die, turkey,
I have a question. Why did you kill the one turkey that could talk? Wouldn't you just kill one of the different turkeys?
Oh no,
It's my big fat daughter from inside.
Hi,
Big
Daddy.
Nancy. Hi.
Is that turkey ready? You didn't kill my favorite turkey, Thomas. Did you?
Funny story.
Daddy, I told you he can talk! Why would you kill the one turkey that can talk?
I didn't really think about that when he was talking. I was more concerned with Thanksgiving dinner, and that's why I really pulled a boner on this Thanksgiving.
Daddy, you have a boner? That's gross.
Yeah, I have a boner. Get over here.
Okay, I'm going back inside. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go live with
Technically,
Mom.
you're my stepdaughter.
I'm going to live with my mom.
Oh, your mom? Guess what the side dish is on Thanksgiving? It's your dead mom.
Oh, you killed my mama? And you're serving her as a side dish?
Talking turkey and my ex-wife are the main courses. And
You weren't even divorced yet. You guys are still married. Oh, wait, what is that?
Lay your head down on this stump real quick.
Okay, Daddy. I don't like this one. It's got a little scary. This is more of like a...
That's more of like a.
Thank you, everybody. Shut up. Thank you, everybody. Shut up.
Halloween one.
Shut up. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this edition of the In the Mix, the only NPR improv comedy show, formerly the Improv Naval Ship Academy. This is In the Mix with Spam and Roach.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support. And I think we have a guest on the line.
Hello.
Oh, hey, guest. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. We just did some improv comedy about a talking turkey. But we got that, and this is, Spam doesn't know about this, but you are a guest on the show because I just visited one of your establishments and I loved it.
Thank you so much. We've been getting all kinds of great feedback.
Yeah, it's a new business. So I'm going to tell you don't know about this, Spam.
No, I don't.
I had
no.
lunch at a place that. How many locations do you have now?
We've got 15 locations altogether.
Okay, and there's one in San Francisco, or there's a few in the Bay Area?
We started in San Francisco. We've got 3 locations up and running there. We've got, we've got 3 currently in LA with one on the way next fall.
Huh.
And then we've got a few. We opened one in Austin about a month ago and a couple over on the East Coast.
Philadelphia, Delaware, New York, and Rhode Island. Yeah. I'm looking at the website.
You've done your research.
Yep. So the place is, now this is before I give it away, the whole idea here, but this is kind of like when the internet started. You're in on the ground floor on a new thing, and I think a lot of other places are going to follow suit with what you're doing here. This is, do you want to give your name, sir?
Sure. My name is John Merriman.
Okay.
And I'm the CEO of Text Café International. And the concept is simple. Just as over the past generation or so, people have shifted away from making voice calls. Everyone, knows the stereotype that anyone under 30 is not going to pick up your phone when you call. Yeah. It's all got to be over text. And that's the kind of thinking that led us to the Text Café.
Maybe even under 40 at this point.
That's absolutely right.
Think about that. Now, a word from our sponsor, Betterhelp. A-Train, we go to therapy.
Yeah, we do. We love therapy. I think therapy's great. I go to therapy on my own. I have a therapist. I feel so much better after talking with her. And we go together as a couple, and it definitely helps us work through our issues, helps us unload stress, helps us heal emotionally, it helps with some anxiety and depression during these difficult times.
These unprecedented times, therapy comes in handy.
Totally.
Especially if you're like in a rut. And if you want to be a better problem solver or figure things out, just sitting in a room or saying it online over Zoom to somebody or on the phone if you don't want to see someone face to face, just kind of hearing yourself say things out loud helps you fix some problems.
Yeah, when you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/worldrecord today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/worldrecord.
Now, back to our program.
So hold on a second. So the Text Cafe.
So explain how the text.
You can't call them on the phone, or I don't understand.
Sure. So the way it works is we've just discovered that customers really prefer to speak over text rather than voice. And this has been demonstrated in study after study. It's something that I've observed anecdotally. So the way it works is while you're at the cafe, the way that you communicate with your waiter, with the chef, with the hostess, it's all done over text.
Yeah. No, I know.
And in fact, you're actively discouraged from speaking at all.
You're not allowed to talk.
It's really trying to keep the experience
so it's all
over text, to put it quite simply.
Well, so like, let's say I go to dinner with Brendan.
So here's how it works.
And then, okay. I mean, that just doesn't really make any sense.
So you go in first, you could text ahead do you do reservations?
We do reservations over text up to 24 hours before.
Yeah, so you can text your reservation in. And I had texted, I saw it was the Text Cafe, and I tried to call, and this is a great thing, because you can call the number, but there's a loud message that says text only, like only text this number. This number does not receive phone calls, only text. If you don't text, we don't.
But why? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. That seems kind of dumb.
Well, it's all texting. So
why?
It's over text. It's all done over text.
It's all done through text.
We found that SMS open rates are much higher than emails. So originally there was an idea to allow emails as well. We decided to keep it simple, just keep it with text.
So let's say Roach and I go out to the Text Cafe for dinner. Can I talk to him?
That's absolutely correct. Yeah, you are encouraged to talk to anyone at the restaurant. The only thing that we ask is that you do it all over text.
Yeah, and it's not only, at least the location I went to in Los Angeles, they do have, there's waiters, of course, but then they have these other text sommeliers or something, or text concierge. Either way, they're guys that come over and if they see you talking, they immediately come over and tell you to stop talking.
Oh,
yeah.
So
they text you to stop talking, but they come over and they text it to you.
Like they point to the phone and are like,
no, they text it because you're locked in. You're in the text cloud when you're there. And you can also, this is another neat feature before I get into the anti-talking features, but there's also group texting that you can do with other people. There's a group everybody can group text that's at the restaurant. But when you're with somebody, because I actually went with a friend, and it's just all texting. You can only text each other.
I mean, I guess it's. Oh, well, what about like the chefs and stuff? Are they? You know how sometimes they'll go, "Yes, chef," or whatever.
In the kitchen?
Cooks, the kitchen. Can they only text in the kitchen as well?
We have a little more leeway inside the kitchen. We ask that they try to text. If they can't, though, we most of them are hooked up to Alexa, and so they can speak their request, and it'll go directly to a text that the chef will receive.
And sometimes there is a because I read about this in the Atlantic, or it's one of those magazines. And but wasn't there a problem with crosstalk because the Alexa that the line cook talk because sometimes the chef's Alexa will pick up the other if when the one of the helpers in the kitchen talks into their Alexa, sometimes doesn't it go into the chef's Alexa too if they're too close to each other? Well,
I'd like to just say before we even get into that Atlantic article was completely unfair. The guy doesn't know what he's talking about. The problem that happened that time was so minimal. I don't even want to go through it again. Yeah. But yes, that has happened before. We have outfitted them now with headsets that go into the Alexa. It's still, I mean, it's still going to create some issues, but we're working on tightening that up. And for the for at least a while, we're just sort of not letting anyone in the kitchen speak at all.
Can you say Alexa again? Say it loud.
Alexa.
Say it louder.
Alexa.
Oh, didn't make the noise that time. Anyway, forget it.
Well,
That's a good question about the kitchen.
I guess, I mean, it kind of sounds like a dumb idea, but the more I'm thinking about it, it's actually kind of nice. I mean,
but it doesn't sound like a dumb idea, though, either.
We get that all the time. And you know what else seemed like a dumb idea?
The wheel.
Emojis.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
The internet.
Twitter.
I mean, you can go back in time and, the Wright brothers were laughed at too. I'm not saying we're the same thing. However, this is the direction that people are moving in. We are booked solid for the next 24 hours. I mean, we only allow 24 hours to do the reservations. Otherwise, we'd be booked even beyond that. But we try to have everyone.
So if
textervation is what they call it.
So if I send in a textervation, I want to go out to dinner on Saturday. You don't allow that. It's only a 24-hour.
It's only 24 hours. Yeah, it's only 24 hours. So, and we've just found that works better for our system.
But what if
the mobile industry had a revenue of over $1 trillion just a couple of years ago. 3.3 billion people access the internet via mobile. Predicted by 2025 that over 70% of internet users will access the web via mobile only. Okay. So, I mean, this is keeping in line with those trends.
So, but what if I wanted to, because Thanksgiving, this is going to be coming out after the Thanksgiving holidays, but we're recording this before Thanksgiving. And let's say I wanted to make a reservation for Thanksgiving. Could I do that today?
You could do that on Wednesday.
Oh. So if I wanted to
24 hours.
So if I wanted to come in at 7 p.m. on Thanksgiving, could I make a reservation at noon on Wednesday?
You would be able to make that reservation anytime on Wednesday after 7 p.m. It's a strict 24 hour. I mean, it's the way our system is set up. Frankly, I don't think it was set up that well. That's, and the Atlantic talks about that. I don't.
I'm a stand-up comedian, I'm like a murderer's row savage comic. And if I have a show, let's say I want to make a reservation for, like 8:30, but I'm going to be on stage. So at like 7 o'clock, could I make that reservation? Or could I text, Here's maybe, and I don't want to get into because I get it. I get the 24-hour rule. That makes sense because plans change and stuff.
It does.
And you
It
can't have
actually,
Plans change.
the more I think about it, the more sense it's
Or
making.
textervation, I mean.
Yeah, textervation.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's.
I made a textervation.
Okay, I have another question.
Well, because they have shirts that say I made a textervation at the Text Cafe. I was going to get you one.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I was going to ask
forgot.
you something.
But wait, I have another question.
All right.
Real quick. Or not this is just an idea that maybe, and I'm trying, I already talked to you about investing. I'm all, if you need investors or franchisee, I would like to open a franchise or, and this is something we'll get into later in the podcast, but maybe you can partner up with existing cafes and we can see if they would be up for adopting the text-only policies, and then you would get a portion of their proceeds. But my idea is, what if I started a third-party app, right? That took, if you wanted,
I'm listening.
Let's say I wanted to make this, and this could be helpful, okay? And I'm not saying, I'm not a developer. But let's say somebody wants to make a reservation. It's Tuesday. They want to make a text reservation for Friday. Right?
Okay, but
That's not allowed.
No, but here's what I'm saying. What if
it's a 24-hour,
yeah,
one single day.
Yeah. But what if there's a third-party app or third-party text-based?
Okay, so you text
so
them.
They text me. So you want to go Friday at 6 p.m. You text me Tuesday at 12 p.m.
Okay.
That you want a Friday at 6 p.m. So then I have a team of
timer.
operators, a team of programmers and customer service reps.
Mm-hmm.
They get your text. Then at Thursday at 6 p.m., they text the Text Cafe.
That's a good idea.
And make the reservation for you.
Well, that kind of,
It's 20, as long as it's 24 hours ahead of time, you should have no problem at all.
But they wouldn't have to do that with my service, though.
It would have to be to be 24
but for my
hours.
service initially.
It's the way that our system is set up.
But
we can't handle anything even 24 hours and 1 minute. I mean, it's a very strict window.
Right.
I have a
reason.
question.
But I would text you 24 hours, but the
But
text
what he's
I would
saying
get,
is like he's a company, right? He's like
I'm a
DoorDash.
different company.
Pretend he's like DoorDash.
text. It would be
it's like
text-based.
TextDash. Maybe it could be called like
We don't
go anywhere, yeah.
We don't work with DoorDash.
Yeah, because they don't do
there's
text.
no to go.
Yeah.
We don't have a to go
Oh wow.
at all.
Really? You can't order to go? Or to
You
text
can text it, but you can't order it to go.
But what if
As
I
long
text
as you're
it in order?
texting it. Yeah. The issue is with the third party, you're using another app. It's not, the text is not originating from your phone.
No, but I'm saying what if
But what if it's like
I wanted to text a to-go order, then I can get it?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, my question was, is this all one phone number? The textervation, the waiters, the chef, the manager. Is this all one phone number like per restaurant, or how does that work?
Okay.
No, they each all
Sure,
have.
we could do that.
You can
No,
text.
I mean, I'm asking you.
Well, this is something that I like is, you know how when you eat at a place and the food's real good and you
Yeah.
say, give my compliments to the chef. You'll say that to the waiter or waitress. Are they called waitresses now? Or is everybody a waiter? Server, okay. Because actresses are called actors now.
Yeah, good. They should have the actors, best actress, best actor, mushed into one category, so it's just like best.
So, but this is great because you can text your compliments directly to the chef,
but
so
what
it
I'm
eliminates the
asking is,
middleman completely.
Yeah, I get that, and that's a really cool feature. But
Absolutely.
Is it a different phone number? Like, does the chef have his own phone number? That is
Well,
it
you
his
text the
personal
waiter-
phone
listen,
number?
so the waiters-
Are you texting their personal number, or
No,
is it like a?
Because
do
there
they
was
have
a stalking.
work phone?
I believe I read in Vanity Fair did an article, and it started out that way, but there was a stalking incident that ended in a murder where
Oh my God.
a customer had the waitress's phone number.
And then murdered her?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he texted her a bomb. I'm kidding. I shouldn't joke about
Yeah, you
it. But
shouldn't.
But it was all initiated through text, really.
It was initiated through text, and there was an incident.
He was posing as her manager and texted her. And this is, I mean, I don't want to. I think this problem's been, but because everything's done via text, that like if you spoof or hide your number, they're not getting a voice recognition. And he texted her as the manager of the Text Cafe that she worked at, told her she had to meet him somewhere to get her holiday bonus or something. And then he murdered
She
her.
should have known that we don't give out any kind of holiday bonuses or anything like that. I'm not blaming her per se, but her family has even admitted that she should share some of the fault for it. And in fact, we're not convinced that she died from the murder itself. There may have been some pre-existing conditions there.
Yeah, and I did see the.
Okay, but
I mean, in John's
feel like,
defense,
I feel like
I did see her mother was on the stand because I saw the trials on YouTube, or there's parts of the trial and interrogation. And her
Clips
mother,
are on YouTube. Yeah,
her mother was on the stand and did say that it was partially her daughter's fault. She said she should have known better.
That's absolutely. She should have known. We have any kind of policy about bonuses or anything.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have come from the
And
manager.
the manager would.
And that's all in the training text that we send out the first week.
Yeah, they text you.
Oh, so they don't do. You don't do like an. You don't do it like an in-person training. Let's say you hire someone. It's just all through. You just kind of text them.
It's all over text because that's how they're going to operate at the restaurant. And we found a lot of employees, just like they enjoy working from home, they like doing their training over text.
Well, and the text is in person, or the training is in person, but it's
only,
over
you
text.
only communicate through.
Yeah, the hands-on training. I mean, there's a. I guess the
okay, but I guess I feel like you're not answering the question though.
Is what they call it when you're going for a job. Texterview.
Okay,
that's right.
Yeah.
I feel like okay, but my question is like, what phone number are you texting? I'm at the Text Cafe. I'm eating dinner.
Have you texted before? Because some of the questions you're asking make it seem like you haven't texted before.
It's funny because
there are
she's
different
on
numbers for different people.
Okay,
she's on
so
her
You think
phone
there's
all
one
the time.
number and it goes to different. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. She's on the phone a lot.
Okay,
and
but
she's
my
always
question:
texting.
who are we texting? Is it like a corporate number? Is it? I guess it's not their personal phone number anymore.
Yes, it's a corporate. No, it's not their personal phone number.
Yeah, because the
So-
woman was
in the
murdered.
beginning.
The
we've
woman
learned
got
our lesson.
murdered. Yeah. So it's not their personal numbers. I don't know what you're not.
Okay,
what dots
okay.
you're not
I'm just
connecting
trying to.
because-
I haven't been there, so I'm just trying to get.
But
a full picture.
you like your phone, right? And this
yeah,
is a place
I love
you would
to
like.
text. I mean, that's why I would like it. I think.
And
it's
this is
because I
a
love
place you would
texting.
like, is because you know how usually when you go out to dinner and there's like a group of people and everyone's always like, Amanda, get off your phone. We're talking. Amanda, yoo-hoo, put
Yeah.
the phone down.
Yeah.
Stop. What are you looking at? Amanda, what is that? Ariana Grande? We're here talking. Stop looking at Ariana Grande pictures on your phone and stop texting your friends. At the Text Cafe, it's the opposite. Everybody, if you're not on your phone,
You're kind of in.
you get in trouble.
Yeah.
And if you don't look at your phone, and this is an interesting, I don't know how long this has been going on for, because this was my first visit to the Text Cafe last week. But there's a system within the text cloud at the restaurant that your phone, if you're not looking at your phone, it'll burns your hand, the phone. It makes your phone hot. So you know not to talk or.
Okay, so when you walk in the door of the Text Cafe, you're in some sort
you're
of
in the
like
cloud.
minefield,
No.
like some sort of force field, like
No,
technological
it's
force
do you know
field?
what Wi-Fi is? Sorry about this,
Okay,
John.
so
It's okay. I mean, believe me, I've dealt with these kind of questions before. Does it make it any easier? No. I mean, I don't understand the disconnect. I think it's a generational thing. I think
No.
you
She's
seem
younger,
a little
though.
bit older, ma'am, and maybe
no, actually, I'm
it's just
a lot.
generational
no,
thing.
I'm actually a lot younger than you guys.
How do you know how old he is?
He's got a big beard. I don't know. He looks.
Well, I mean, so people in their 20s can't grow beards now or something? Jim Morrison died when he was 27 and he had a full beard.
All right, you're right. This guy's probably 27.
How old are you,
I guess
sir?
I'm just.
Hold on, let's find out how old he is.
I'm 27 years old.
Yeah, I
That's
told
absolutely
you.
right.
See?
I think you owe him an apology because you're older than him.
All right, sorry, I am older than you. But
I
understand how to text. I text all the time. I guess I'm just like, you go and sit at a table. Are there like different numbers like on the table that you're like, oh, if you want to order something, text your server here. If you need to talk to the manager,
text. You get the numbers are texted to you.
Okay,
that's absolutely right. You'll get a text upon arriving in the restaurant. Yeah. It'll have a list of links out to the kitchen staff, the hostess, the chef, your servers. You can also text with other diners in the cafe. They'll be identified by table numbers. Each table will have a number, and each person at that table will have a corresponding letter. So if you see someone at table 6, you notice they're in seat C, you can just click a text to 6C, and you can text that person at their table.
And then there's group chats too.
But why would I want to text someone at a different table? Like,
no one's saying you have to text someone. If you don't want to text that person, you don't have to text that person. We're giving you the option.
But did you ever
you cannot, under any circumstances, speak to that person at that table.
Not while you're on the Text Cafe premises or
well, what happens if I do? Oh, what
if you talk to them 15 feet in front of the store? Well, now they have some kind of a sound wave machine out front in the waiting area that actually cancels out if you try to talk to somebody, you can't hear them. Because it's like
that's absolutely right.
It makes sound waves that pushes
inside the restaurant.
Voice away.
What about this? Okay, I'm inside the restaurant and I order like I don't know what. We haven't even gotten to the food yet. But
Food's not great.
Oh, it's not?
It's not the best. I mean, I think that it even says that on the text.
I'll be the first to admit it. Our food, people don't come there for the food. They come there for the texting. And they make friends that'll last a lifetime.
Yeah, it's not.
All right.
It's not like a regular restaurant job.
Right, well,
this is a career. It's a lifestyle.
All right. Let's just say I go to the Text Cafe. I'm hungry. I want a hot.
Well, don't
bowl
be
of
too
soup.
hungry. You should maybe eat a little
before.
something.
Okay,
before
so
you go.
I recommend that folks come in having eaten something, preferably no more than 2 hours before.
Okay.
You don't want to be starving there because it's not.
Because the food's not good. Okay, so I order
great.
a little.
I mean, it's not.
Okay,
it's not the worst food.
Can
ever.
I ask?
Yeah.
I order a little cup of hot soup.
Okay.
Little. It comes to I do it through text. I text my waiter, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The food comes. I take a bite, and it's
Wait, you
too
take
hot.
a bite of soup?
Okay,
what
I
are you
take a
talking
spoonful. I take a sip.
What kind of soup are we talking? Hold on,
Stop.
Hold on, stop the presses. What kind of soup are we talking about if you're biting it?
That's a stew. It's a stew. It's beef and barley.
Soup. Okay, I was picturing a
beef
broth.
barley soup.
Okay.
So it comes to my table. I take a spoonful. I put it in my mouth, but it's too hot.
Okay.
So when it gets in my mouth, I go, "Ow, God, that's hot." What happens then? I say it out loud. I don't text it. What are the repercussions?
You're gonna need to text it.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if I say it on accident
Well, you can
because
do all
it's hot
caps.
and I'm kind of.
You can do all caps for stuff like that.
Okay, well, what I'm trying
all
to.
caps works. That kind of indicates yelling in the texting community. Mm-hmm. Again, it's a generational thing. I don't blame you for
No. What
not
I'm
knowing
saying
all
is, what if
the intricacies?
What if I say what I'm saying is I understand the rules. I know you're not supposed to talk, but accidentally I say, "Ow, that's hot," out loud. What happens to me? Do I get kicked out of the restaurant?
Well, someone will come over and talk. Someone will text one of the text concierge or text security guards or whatever they're called. Those guys in the black shirts and the black pants.
The guys in black.
They'll come over, lean in and text you and give you a warning.
Okay.
And then
they'll text it to my phone, or they'll text it on a notes app and they show it to me or something. They text it to my phone.
Would it be texting if you're typing on a notes app? I don't think so. I think it would be typing. So they're going to text it to your phone.
Yeah, they'll text it to your phone.
All right. I mean, I've never been there, so I don't understand the attitude. I don't really get the attitude.
What attitude?
Ma'am, we don't have beef and barley soup on the menu for starters.
I think that was.
So I don't think you have to worry about it.
All right.
And most of our food comes out pretty lukewarm. So I'm not sure there's going to be any kind of issue with that.
Yeah.
Do you think the problems with your food comes from the crosstalk and the voice to text, the kitchen Alexas?
Well, that's what the Atlantic article was about. And, I got to say, I get it. It's your baby, the Text Cafe. This is your business. I didn't think it was that negative because overall, the article was pretty positive. It was like, this is a great idea. and it's, you know,
But the
in on the
food
ground
is
floor.
cold and it doesn't taste
No,
good.
it just said that, you know, they're working out some kinks, and it was the kitchen Alexas because it was hearing, all the Alexas were hearing everybody talk, and that was a problem. Like,
Yeah, the Alexas started to kind of talk to each other. I don't really understand how that happened, but they were kind of sending each other commands, the whole thing. I mean, it's another reason why I hate talking right now. I'd
know.
rather be texting you guys.
Well, and I appreciate you making the time to do, because he wanted to do this over text, and I had to explain to him that the podcast.
That a podcast is talking, right?
Yeah.
Do you text a lot in your personal life? Do you text more than you talk than you speak?
That's pretty good. That's a good question. Like after texting all day at work, because you're the owner, so you're probably there for like
What, 12 hours a day?
15,
probably.
16
Yeah.
hours a day. Now, when you go home, do you text or do you?
Do you have a wife that you speak to, or?
I don't know that's
doesn't wanna
frankly
get into-
that's
okay.
all
Oh, all right.
personal.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
actually not at the location. I mean, there are 15 restaurants. I can't be at all
Yeah.
15 restaurants all day if I were a normal restaurateur, but I'm not. I'm a texting
Yeah.
Oh, so
texting
you can-
owner.
you can
so
do it
in a way,
anywhere,
I
yeah.
am at all the restaurants, although I do work from home.
And you text
and I
each
don't see
restaurant.
the issue with it.
You text each restaurant every day, multiple times a
I
day.
text each restaurant every day. That's why I am able to be paid as a manager of each individual restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's, you know,
So you're
that's what
getting 15 managerial salaries. And
Well,
a
that's
CEO.
correct,
Yeah, and he's
probably.
the CEO, and he owns the place.
That's correct.
And
Yeah,
how did
that's
you?
correct.
I don't know if that's legal, though. I don't know if you can.
There's nothing. Texting, when laws were made, texting wasn't invented yet. So it's,
Oh, so this
That's
is like a
exactly right. There's a
separate-
little bit more leeway there, and that's why we have been able to grow as fast as we have.
yeah.
And yes, some of the locations aren't fully done yet, but you know, we're doing the best we can with people not wanting to go back to work and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you're successful right now because there's some sort of legal loopholes.
Well, he had money before.
Because there's no.
He started the Text
laws or
Cafe
something.
because his.
I wonder how this murder did the murder impact your
No,
business at all?
I don't think so. I'll let him answer though.
I take issue with the word murder. Like I said before, the woman who died. Listen, we loved her. We thought she was one of our. She was a customer favorite, and that's part of the problem. One customer, she was too much of a favorite.
Yeah.
But you know, we
And
have,
they did pay for, if I may interrupt you for a moment.
Sure.
They paid for her funeral, but
we paid
it
for
had
part
to-
of her funeral.
but it had to be all texting. Like the eulogy was all texted to all the people at the funeral, and the priest had to text. Or
Out
Yeah.
his
I
sermon.
forget
or-
which religion she was, but yeah, it was all texting at the funeral, which actually, and then that funeral home, I believe, is moving towards an all text
That's absolutely right.
policy
That's
because
absolutely right.
it's more peaceful
They've
that
changed
way.
their names. They've changed the name of the homes to just the emoji with the little crying, with the teardrop.
Yeah,
It's just that, and then
a
funeral homes.
coffin or whatever.
Okay,
and it
I don't
really
know.
was a solemn service because if
text-
there's no talking or crying or anything, it's very
You
solemn.
can't cry?
If you text, if you do it over, like you
can
do the,
yeah, no,
you can use emojis
you can
and stuff.
over text. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the emoji, the crying emoji you can do.
So you
as
just
much as
send
you
the
want.
crying emoji out to everybody that's at
There's
the
a
funeral,
cloud.
or-
It's like a texting cloud at the funeral.
Right, like the same texting cloud that's at the text
It's like the
cafe.
Text Cafe.
All right. I don't know.
I don't feel bad for people that get kicked out of our restaurants or kicked out of a service like that when the rules are very clear from the outset.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's no room for error here. We're trying to change the world. We're doing it one step at a time. We're following trends that have been they've been clearly documented. So I have very little sympathy for people who have complained about being manhandled or kicked out of our
Manhandled.
restaurants.
Well, they
Do
can't
you have
follow
like
the
a
rules.
bouncer or?
They're not called bouncers. They're called text security guards.
So those guys
that's
that
right.
come over will send me a warning text if I talk
You
again.
get 3 warnings. So that's,
and then
I mean,
what
that's
do they
enough.
do? They pick you up and throw you out?
They'll escort you out. like any other place that you're not
But why did
following
he say
the
manhandle?
policies.
I mean, was that in? I haven't read the articles, but was that in the Guardian article?
Let me say there was Vanity Fair.
Oh, right, the Vanity Fair.
And
I heard there's a big expose.
Well, no, it's state by state. There's self-defense. You're allowed to defend yourself. If somebody, especially if you're working at a place and someone's not following the rules and they're causing a disturbance.
How is that defending yourself? I mean, it's not like I'm attacking one of the servers. I'm not going to lure her to murder her.
Protection.
It's for everyone's protection.
It's for everyone's own protection.
For the full uncut episode, head to patreon.com/World Record Podcast. For the full uncut episode, head to patreon.com/World Record Podcast. Patreon.com/World Record Podcast.